Here we have a label, and we see straight away this is in tablets, and it says 250 micrograms, and it also says 0.25 milligrams. We should assume they are equivalent, except that we better double check. 250 micrograms, 0.25 milligrams. Usually easier if we go gram, milligram, microgram. So if we change our milligram into micrograms, it means it's 1,000 times that we need to multiply it by, or we simply move that point 3 decimal places, 1, 2, 3. So what do we get? We end up with normal point here, we end up with 250 micrograms. So of course they are equivalent, they are matching, but it's good to just analyze that and make sure it's all good. So this is what we are using. Each tablet, because there are 100 tablets in here, but each one of those tablets contain 250 micrograms or 0.5 milligrams. We'll choose which unit to use according to what the patient needs. But what we know is one tablet contains that quantity. So let's look at the chart to see what the patient needs. It says here the patient needs 0.5 milligrams. So that helps us decide on what of the concentrations we're going to use. One tablet containing 0.25 milligrams. So this is about the drug. So one of those two is our have, and the patient needing 0.5 milligrams is our want. So if we write our formula, and the patient needs to receive this every 4 hours. So this is the single dose, every 4 hours, 1 dose. So our want over have times the third quantity, which in this case will be probably the number of tablets. So the want is 0.5 milligrams over the have is one of those quantities, either the 1 tablet or the 0.25 milligrams. In this case, we need to use the 0.25 milligrams, so top and bottom of the fraction match. What have we used now so far? The 0.5, the 0.25. The only quantity left now is the third quantity, is the 1 tablet. And that's when we say multiply by 1 tab, which is this part of the formula that I like calling the third quantity that we need. So what happens here now? Well, the milligrams cancel out because they are matching. And all we need to do is divide 0.5 by 0.25 and multiply it by 1. Multiplying by 1 doesn't change much, or doesn't change at all, it just stays the same. But it's good to write it in there so we are consistent every time. Now this division, we could actually look at that 0.5 as 0.50, like 50 cents. 0.50 divided, 0.50 divided by 0.25, we can do that in our heads. It goes twice, and then 2 times 1 will be 2. But what can we do? We can go to the calculator and simply say 0 or enter 0.5 divided by 0.25 times 1 equals 2. 2 what? 2 tablets. So that answers our question, the first one. How much would you give to your patient for each dose? 2 tablets. Because that's what we have here for each dose. The second question says, how many tablets would you need for a 24-hour period? Well, a 24-hour period, and let's come back here to the chart. We are giving this every 4 hours. How many lots of 4 hours are there in 24? That's what we need to decide to know what number of doses we're going to be giving here. So 24 divided by 4 would give us 6. So it's actually 6 times in 24 hours. And if you need it once, you would count there. So every 4 hours, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. So we have 6 lots of 4 hours in 24. Basically, all you need to always do is divide your 24 hours by the every 4 hours, and that will give you the number of times a day you have to give the drug, or the number of doses in 24 hours. So how do we calculate this? Well, if we are giving 2 tablets in each dose, and we're going to get 6 of those, all we need to do here now is multiply 6 by 2 and get 12 tablets. So 12 tablets in a 24-hour period.